In a sustainable economy, we will strive to use green hydrogen for processes where we currently still use fossil fuels. However, you might have heard that green hydrogen is actually quite a bit more expensive in comparison to gray hydrogen, which is gathered by fossil fuels. Green hydrogen prices can range between $3.7 to $11.7 per kilogram, which is actually quite high. Gray hydrogen, on the other hand, which is gathered from fossil fuels, has a cost of $1.1 to $2.3 per kilogram. So would that mean that we will lose a lot of money in our daily lives if we replace gray hydrogen with green hydrogen? Now, first of all, it makes sense to take a look at the products which would actually increase in price if we use green hydrogen instead of fossil fuels. For example, if we would make steel using green hydrogen, so where the green hydrogen would be burned in the furnaces, the price increase for the steel would be 137%, which is of course quite a bit if we use green hydrogen instead of coal. For example, if we, on the other hand, use green hydrogen for fertilizers, the price increase would be even higher, being 244%, because if you want to make fertilizers, you require ammonia, and ammonia has quite a bit of hydrogen in its chemical compound. Furthermore, if you then use hydrogen for refining, for example for refining oil products, also there you will see a marginal price increase. So in total, the cost of steel, fertilizer, and chemicals will be significantly higher if you would use green hydrogen. However, there is a big but on the horizon that we have to address right here. The aforementioned products are of course not the end of the value chain. If we then take a look what would happen to the end products in that value chain that are actually sold to us consumers, we would see that the price increase is actually quite mediocre. So we can see that there are a couple of end products, wind turbines, steel can torpedoes, and fridges that actually see a price increase which would be around 4 to 7%, which of course can be quite substantial. However, for most of the other products we only see a price increase which is less than 1% or can be up to 3%. And if we then compare that, of course, to the average VAT which is applied in Europe, or the average inflation that we can see year to year, which is around 2 to 3%, we can see that the price increase by using renewable products will be actually quite small. And this can be compensated also by, for example, also lowering the VAT in the countries to account for that price increase, so that consumers will not suffer by using renewable resources for making end consumer products. If you like this kind of content, please leave a comment and like, and also suggest what kind of future content you would like to hear about.